Now we're live,
We are live.
and
Two guys
my
in
eyebrows were
a
dancing.
two guys in a wrestling podcast here with the Kentucky Elite Pro Wrestling Stars and Stripes preview.
Yeah. So this is going to be happening to live tomorrow night at KEPW in Frankfort, Kentucky, at the American Legion Hall, where they always have their shows. And of course, this is every 2 weeks. Well, yeah, they do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we've got the card we're going to be going over here live. If
Um,
you're of course in the Frankfort, Kentucky area, those are watching on Northeast Streaming Sports Network. We will be bringing live stuff from there and see if we can bring some clips and things that have happened on the Sunday recap, the weekend review that we do, which will also be covering, of course, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, as much as I've read that. Okay, and I
oh,
may even try Impact.
I forgot to mention that there actually is a pay-per-view coming up Saturday, which is Impact Wrestling.
No, Impact is having a pay per view Saturday.
Yes, yes. I think it's Slammiversary.
Ouch. Biggest one of the year, and I didn't even know what was happening.
it's either it's happening this Saturday or next Saturday. I literally, I was literally on my Facebook and I saw that and I'm like, maybe I should watch Impact.
Yeah,
Maybe.
actually, I did try to watch it, but that will be all for Sunday. Today is again KEPW Stars and Stripes. Am I right about that? I kept on wanting to call it Summer Splash for like the past
It is not
week and a
Summer
half.
Splash 2, okay? It is Stars and Stripes.
And we do want to apologize for the sound of Mike. It sounds like he's got a list now. It's
Stars
like
and
it stars
Stripes.
at stripes. It stars at stripes.
Stripes. Stripes. I like stripes.
Yeah.
Stripes are cool.
But yeah, he is having some technical difficulties with his normal microphone, so the sound quality on Mike's behalf is
Dude, it's
well.
these little thingamajiggers right here and it sucks. I cut it off. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you're coming through clear. It just sounds like you have a lisp. Like everything you say with an S on it is like
It's like Jack
or
Swagger.
Jack Swagger. Yeah, just like Jack Swagger.
the all
Which we got
American
to make.
the all
Yeah,
American American.
you got to wonder why would they give a guy with a lisp a name with starts with an S.
To make fun of it.
Yeah, got to love the WWE.
All right.
So let's get to that KEPW card.
Okay, handicap match: Johnny Suede versus Scott and Jessica Diamond.
Which Jessica Diamond is making her in-ring debut, and Johnny Suede is the slightly confused goth guy, right?
Pretty much, yeah,
Yeah. So he's the guy that comes out in the shirt that says "Fear the Dark" with the yellow face paint on.
yeah.
Hmm.
That just in a nutshell.
Well, basically, he is a light bulb. You know, he's screwed into the black base, and then he's got the
it,
bright.
it literally looks like his butt had a good idea. Um. Anyways, and then we go from that match, which I think we're going to have Scott and Jessica win, of course.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, Barbie doll or was it Barbie girls were he ended not so good.
Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
And Scott was and you got to admit at Summer Splash Scott was a little hot.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I don't know if you want Scott coming in hot like that.
he's coming in hot and ready, and he's tempered. He's like, brother, let's do this.
He is the Little Caesars of pro wrestling, always hot and ready. What? Hot and ready to out the door in 10 minutes.
It's like, hey, ever know that little voice in your head that goes, well, there's a storm coming. Anyways, then we go from that to a return match from last month: Omega versus Jacob Radliff. Sorry, yeah, the match
Yeah.
that he said was match of the night.
Well, it was only match of the night because of Omega. I mean,
Dude, I'm sorry,
why would you agree to do that again?
Omega's kicks scare me. I'm just not gonna sit there and lie.
His kicks don't scare me, but those chops make me hurt. I mean,
Oh, oh, the chops and the kicks on top of it. It's gonna be a bad night.
I mean that my boy's chest had handprints so clear you could get fingerprints off of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
It was bad.
I don't know. I don't know exactly why you would agree to take this match again.
No,
But
no.
okay.
You want to do that? That's on you, buddy. That
Pretty
is on
much.
you. I am good. I don't want to have a caved in chest like Kofi Kingston. I'm sorry.
Right.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, you want to know how that happened to Kofi?
It was an elbow drop, wasn't it?
It was Big Show's chop.
Oh. Oh, that one where he goes in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
It caved in his chest, bro. It caved it in.
Right. Yeah. Well, I could imagine. I mean, that dude, he could. I mean, we've been in the arena when he's done that,
Yeah.
where he does this. Shh. You don't need to. Shh. You
No.
can hear it still.
Yeah, you can still hear it. Just thinking about it makes me hurt. And we finally are going to get a defense of the KEPW United States Championship as a member of the Dominion will take on Cody Matthews.
A member of the Dominion. So we're bringing in Freebird rules?
Yep, pretty much.
Well, I mean, I guess when you own the company, you can pretty much go by any rules you want to go by.
Pretty much.
I mean, dude, who are you going to argue with?
You're not going to argue. You're not going to argue.
Right. DOS Man can do what DOS Man wants to do because DOS Man's the guy that signs the paychecks. So.
Yeah, like slap me in the face on our podcast.
Right. Right. You know, they've done a little.
He's.
You know.
We're not going to go there. And the Dream Makers will make a return. I'm assuming they're a tag team. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I guess that was before we first started coming into there.
Yeah, and also the Cartel Legacy will be in action. So. But we're finally getting a U.S. title match. Oh my God.
Yes, because there has not been one since I've been there. Since I've been going to it. Matter of fact, and I'll be totally honest, I'm not saying anything against anyone, but I wasn't even sure who the U.S. champion was. I didn't even know they had a U.S. championship.
Until I mentioned
it. Yeah, you mentioned it, and I was like, no, they don't. Who's the champion? And you told me the champion. I was like, okay, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
it's a little cheap with Freebird rules, too, I got to say. I mean, I kind of get it with the tag team. I mean, you got to remember, this was a tag team title rule stipulation that was put in when they had the Fabulous Freebirds were a 3-man team, much like they did with New Day and things like that whenever there's been a 3-man team. I never heard of the Freebird rules being enacted on a singles title.
They even try to do it with the Triple Threat in ECW.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same concept. It was it was a 3-man group.
Yeah. The only difference with ECW was there were times that Candido would defend the ECW world title for the franchise. So it has been done that way.
Okay, so there is a precedent set for that by using the Freebird rules.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even in WCW, there was times that, like Kevin Nash or, Scott Hall would defend the U.S. belt for X-Pac.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. That was WCW.
It still counts. It's still a precedent to it. As much as you don't like a lot of what WCW did, because me and you have talked about it at length, and there's been a lot of naughty, dirty words being said in that conversation. There's still a precedent to it. There's still a precedent done numerous times. I think it was done a couple times in TNA too. I could be wrong.
Again, that doesn't count.
Okay, if it's not 1980s wrestling, it doesn't count for you.
No, if it's the abortion that became WCW or the I don't even know what you call Impact. I don't even know if Impact knows what you call Impact.
Dude, they changed their name I don't know how many times.
They've been TNA Impact, Global Force Impact, Impact Wrestling, TNA, Impact Wrestling.
Well, they went back to TNA because they were doing that special or whatever.
Right.
It was supposed to be part of WrestleMania weekend during WrestleMania 37, but the global pandemic happened, and yeah, because they were going to be part of WrestleCon, it was going to be just a TNA like one night only.
It was a TNA one night stand basically.
Yeah, pretty much. It was. I think they called it TNA No Place Like Home or something like that.
Yeah, or Homecoming or something like that.
And they ended up having to do it on Access because of the pandemic.
It gets bad when even God says, "Hey, y'all need to cut this out."
Yeah, which me and you even talked about that whenever they first announced it, and it was like, who is really going to be on this show?
Who did they get? They ended up getting like RVD and
It was RVD, Hernandez, but it's Hernandez. A cup of one of the naturals. I forgot which one it was. Suicide. That's about it. Rhino.
the guys they were re-signing pretty much. There was
Pretty
no Joe, no R-Truth, no AJ Styles, no Eric Young.
Couldn't get him out of their contracts at the time.
Right.
So because at the time Eric Young was still under contract at AWE. He didn't get released until right before Slammiversary 2 or 3 years ago.
No, right before it was about a year ago because he was released in the pandemic.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Black Wednesday. They released like 30.
They released like 30 some odd people.
Right.
Yeah. It was weird. But I'm hoping that this Slammiversary, they've been teasing a lot of people that could possibly show up. We know it's not going to be Mickie James because she's now in the NWA.
NWA. We know it's not going to be Joe.
It's not going to be Joe. It's not going to be Keith Lee.
Nope.
But they've been teasing like people like, I forgot who was all in that teaser. But Okada was in it, I think, at the end of it. They were teasing EC3 again, but EC3 is, I think he's gonna just keep doing independence and just call it a day.
I don't know. I mean, it would make sense if he would sign in with Impact. He had his biggest success in Impact, and
he was
plus
in Impact. He came in at the end of Slammiversary a year ago and attacked Moose or whatever, and set up for that him and Moose at Bound for Glory, and that was it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It would make sense if he comes back into it.
He didn't sign like a full contract. No.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if Impact's offering full contracts anymore. I really don't.
I don't think so. I think they're looking with the stuff that they're doing with Omega. I think they're looking for an out.
I mean, I don't know if they're even offering full contracts anymore. I don't know if they're.
Although Moose did just resign for 2 years.
Well, but again, back to what it goes back to what you talked about at the beginning of this partnership with AEW and Impact. Are we possibly going to see Tony Khan by Impact? Maybe. But right now Anthem's not wanting to sell, so who knows?
Well, see, that's the thing, and that could also be what they're seeing. Maybe Scott D'Amore and the other people involved are kind of seeing that. It's like maybe they're using this belt collector Omega gimmick to damage the company to a point that Anthem would sell.
Maybe. Well, I mean, if you really want to go back further with this, people literally believed the conspiracy theory that Vince McMahon sent Vince Russo to kill WCW.
Right, but I mean, this has got a little more legwork or a little more, accountability with it. Because let's face it, they are killing their main title. They're killing their main talents, having them just lose to Omega. And there is a history of that, of people who wanted to get out. Like if they wanted to kill a territory or they wanted to kill a town, if a town had been great through a huge chunk of the territory's time, and then they wanted to kill it so that they wouldn't have to go back to this town. Either the town had died down, they were not making any money, the crowds were getting too crazy. Like one of them was in Puerto Rico. I remember hearing a story of with Dusty Rhodes. They were tired of going back to this one town in Puerto Rico because they literally just did nothing but throw rocks at the ring.
Yeah.
So Dusty literally gets in the ring. He goes up to, they were doing a tag match. I can't remember who the other person was with him. He goes up to opponents and he's like, "We're killing the town tonight." And they were like, "What are you talking about?" So Dusty gets in the ring. He gets tagged in. He puts his hands up like he's on a motorcycle and goes, "Brum, brum," and starts running around the ring like he's riding an invisible motorcycle. Stops and goes, "Ah," and falls over. And the guy goes, "Penny, we ran out of gas." And they went in, they pinned him, and the crowd was furious because Dusty Rhodes didn't throw a punch, didn't have a move. He just ran around the ring pretending to be a motorcycle, making motorcycle noises, then sputtered out, fell over, and his hey Tabitha, his partner yells, "Pinning!" He ran out of gas. They killed the town. After that, they couldn't sell tickets. They couldn't sell tickets anymore.
That's the best story ever.
And so there is times where they've killed towns or they've killed territories just because they weren't making any money with it.
That's the best story I ever heard, though. I'm just envisioning Dusty Rhodes going around the ring doing this.
Like he needs to that, then he goes and falls over. Yeah.
How much you want to bet you're going to see that?
I would love to see that. And I always thought he had a list. Oh, actually, I forgot we got to do this. He sounded like he's got a wisp tonight.
I don't have a wisp.
Yes, you do. Yeah, he's having technical difficulties with a bad headset, so he's using, I guess, his phone's built-in mic.
Yeah, I'm using the built-in mic. Sorry if I sound like Mickey Mouse. Sorry. I was going to go somewhere with that, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, no, we're on the network. No, I can't do it. My last. Oh. My last.
Oh.
My last.
And speaking of the network thing, I did not set something up right because apparently it did not play. I forgot we were supposed to have the showrunner thing. It didn't play it. That's all right. I will double check again and we'll play it at the end.
Yeah. That was good. Good job, Joel.
I put it on. I put it on here, I know.
He's going to look for it now.
Right. Yeah, it's there. It was supposed to have played when we started.
It says Joel's operating.
Yeah, operator. Yeah. It is. I will take full credit on that one.
But yeah, so
as a boo boo.
Like we said, tomorrow night, KEPW Stars and Stripes.
Yeah. So which match are you looking to the most? Which you think is going to be the match of the night?
That's going to be a hard one because honestly, the Omega rematch with that Jacob whatever dude.
Is he the boy that wears the little Bourbon County?
Yeah.
Tutu?
Yeah. And I'm kind of wanting to see this U.S. title match, honestly, because it's the U.S. title match.
And Tavis is waiting for the Diamond Cartel.
Of course she is. But I've always been a big fan of U.S. titles. And, yeah, the design's kind of minuscule to me, but at the same time, it's a U.S. title. Why not?
Well, I think it's interesting seeing it done under Freebird rules. I do think
that's really cool.
Because and analysis sets up the fact that as of right now, we know it's going to be the former heavyweight champion Cody Matthews going after the title.
Yeah.
But we don't know against who.
Yeah.
I could about guarantee it ain't going to be the.
It could be any number of people. It could
No,
be. It's between three people. Number one.
right.
So we don't know if it's gonna be Camille Ahmad, Tony Corral, or that guy that slapped me in the face. That I'm not gonna mention his name anymore because he don't deserve to have my time to answer his to address his name.
Well, I can about guarantee it ain't going to be the little, what is it, Kamala Halawala, whatever.
Kamala Halawala.
I don't remember the guy's name.
Camille Ahmad.
Camille, Camel Ahmad. I can't curse. Doesn't mean I can't be a jerk.
So for our fans who are in Saudi Arabia, which if you're watching this, I feel bad for you. You can address all your hate mail towards this guy.
Yep, right here. Bring it on. Like I said, just because I can't curse doesn't mean it can't be something else.
Oh my god!
It's still clean. It still counts.
Trying to keep it PG here, people.
Well, they're always talking about his camel or the magical. I ain't gonna go there. I can't go. No, no, not where this brain just went, and it's like my mouth is like, nope.
No, it's like that. It's like that little monkey on your shoulder saying, "Do it." You should listen to me over here saying that was wrong, Mister.
I ain't got, man. When you get up in here, we ain't got nothing but a monkey picking fleas. That's all he's doing. He's just sitting up there choking on him some fleas.
Very much. And again, I'm kind of looking forward to the U.S. title match. I'm looking forward to the handicap match. Honestly, I kind of want to see what happens with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Scott was a bit hot, and Rainbow Bright was a bit Rainbow Brightish. I mean, there was at least some emotion out of that.
He was the brightest. He was the brightest he's ever been.
Right. You know, you got to give him a little credit.
We present to you Bronze Dust.
You got to give him a little credit. He might not be the brightest bulb in the electrical socket, but his elevator goes all the way to the tool shed.
Hey, mommy, I got a screwdriver.
Now you talking to me about and all of that? He could be right over to him.
I'm sorry. It went through my head and it sounded cool in my head, and then whenever I did it, I was like, no.
Right. There should have just been a big no there. But then again, who are we dealing with?
That's true. It's like, mommy, where's my bed at? I want my bed. I'm wrong.
But anyway, yeah, I think that could be good. I'll be totally honest, calling me sexist, call me whatever, chauvinistic, whatever you want. I'm not a big fan of guys fighting women. I never have been.
I don't know of any guy that is, honestly.
But I think in this case, it's not that far of a stretch.
Are we gonna? Now, here's the question: is it gonna be another DDP versus Sarah incident?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Unlike in the DDP incident, I don't think it's too far of a stretch to say it's a woman versus woman match.
Okay.
So I think maybe that's the thing. Maybe Scott shouldn't be involved. Maybe I got this all wrong. Maybe it's Scott that needs to step aside and just let the girl take care of the business.
I think what's gonna happen in this match, Scott's gonna hit something on Johnny, tag in Jessica. Jessica's gonna do the Undertaker pin.
Yeah. But anyway, like I said,
that's good. This is good. This is gonna have nuts in it.
That ain't right. Think about the type of match we were just talking about, and then think about what you said.
Oh.
Right. I have to agree. I think the Omega match will probably be match of the night.
It probably will.
Just because, damn those chops.
and those kicks.
You
Oh,
know,
ooh,
you can't help but to get into that match when you're sitting there watching and you just hear that echoing, you
yeah,
know,
dude,
and you just hear that over and over, and you just look and you see the welts growing and growing,
we seen him kick this dude in the face,
right?
face. Okay,
And then he
talking,
and then he took a nap,
and he went to sleep like quick.
right?
There was no bedtime story. There was no teddy bear. There was no heart
No
shaped
tucking
pillow.
in.
What?
There wasn't no one got tucked in. No, it was done. He was asleep.
Yeah, like
You just saw it was like the hit kick, and then the eye,
there was no heart
the
shaped
jaw
pillow.
was over like that way.
There was no heart shaped pillow. There was no glass of warm milk. There was no bedtime story. There was nothing. Just kick in the face and
Right. So I mean, that's something that yeah, like I said, that's going to be something to see on that one. I do think that's going to be good. And like I said, I do want to. I'm interested in the free bird rules thing.
yeah, that's gonna be.
Um, it makes it very hard for your opponent to. I mean, if you look at any professional
Well, I
sport,
mean,
what do you do before a game?
you're gonna look at video. You're
Yeah,
gonna you're
you're
gonna
going to get to know your opponent's every move, every little tell, everything they do. You have no way of preparing unless you're prepared to take on three, which, of course, with the Dominion is more often the situation.
yeah,
You've got to be ready to take on three because even if you're in a match one on one with one of them, the other two are going to sneak in somehow.
exactly.
So, you've got to have
Like
eyes in the back of your head and your head on a bobble at all times.
what we're saying for Cody is keep your head on a swivel.
Exactly. Because, even if you're prepared for one, you're going to get all three.
Yeah,
Unless you bring some reinforcements.
yeah. Which who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, the cartel legacy will be there. You know,
Yeah.
so who knows?
So we got about 2.5 minutes left.
What do you? Okay, so what match are you most looking forward to, other than the Freebird one?
I think it's going to be. I think the match of the night's going to be Omega again. He's got that star power
Yeah.
automatically when he comes into the ring. As soon as his music hits, he demands the spotlight, and he brings in a whole other level of just the brutality and the force of his hits, the athletic ability he's got. He's on another level.
Oh,
He is that guy.
without a doubt, he's on another level.
So he, much like Perez was before, I guess Perez went to or I know he was in the OVW tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still there, but much like when he was there, he was kind of the guy that demanded the spotlight.
Right.
Definitely, Omega is that guy.
Yeah. He really is. So, anything else you want to say about KEPW Stars and Stripes, or do you want to just call it a night?
Well, I think that's probably about it. We got a little over a minute to go. Again, I want to apologize to the network people that for whatever reason it didn't play right. I did have it set up for this, but we're hoping to get everything and all the kinks worked out by Sunday, which is going to be our next show. Uh, Coming to you, are we going to do it at 2 or 3? Night, Tabitha.
Do you want to do it at 3?
We had pretty good results the last time we went on at 3. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Like
So
what I told people. So let's move it. We're going to do it at 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon Eastern time.
yeah.
We're going to have a KEPW Stars and Stripes review, maybe bring in some clips and things that happened throughout the night.
Yep.
Of course, reviewing the full card, our look back on the week with SmackDown and Impact, AEW, Dynamite, and Monday Night Raw. And possibly a little bit of a look ahead to Money in the Bank coming next Sunday, the 18th.
Yep.
And we will finally know the final 2 members of the Money in the Bank ladder match for the shot at the World Heavyweight or Universal title.
Well, World Heavyweight, Universal, and the women's one too.
But yeah, but that's a separate Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we will get that all finalized. Uh, hey, David. Sorry, we're just getting ready to sign off, but hopefully you watch back on this and always like I said, welcome everyone new to from Northeast Streaming Sports Network. Again, we're going to have a whole video. There was actually video production put into it tonight that I screwed up and didn't set right. Right. So it's a learning curve. It's all of us are getting used to that. But again, so tune in Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will discuss KEPW Stars and Stripes this week in the WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling, as well as a look ahead of what's coming and what we know about what is coming down the road. And next Sunday's Money in the Bank pay per view.
Yep. So for Mike Maverick, the host of Two Guys in a Wrestling Podcast, the production engineer Joel, everyone in the chat, thanks for being here. Thank you guys from Northeast Sports.
Streaming Sports Network.
Streaming Sports. I'm going to get that eventually. So, for everyone here, thank you for being here, and we'll see you on Sunday at 3 p.m. Same Two Guys time, same Two Guys channel.